I am here with Erin Friday. She is a CPA and a CEO from Mainline Accounting in Wayne, Pennsylvania, as well as Thousand Hills Accounting in Rwanda. She does a lot of great philanthropic work. And so I want to welcome you, Erin. Thank you for joining me on the positive side.
Thank you, Ann. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, so we were just talking right before the show started about how people's lives and the good things that they do, making a difference for not just a small group of people, but it kind of goes out and makes an effect on the entire community, and even outside of our country, because I know that's what you've done.
Our world. Yeah.
Yes. So I was wondering if you could just start us out with, tell us some things about yourself, your family, and how you got started with Mainline Accounting and also Thousand Hills.
Okay. So thank you, Ann, for having me. I have been married for about 28 years to my husband, Eric. We met right after I graduated from Villanova. Many mutual Villanova friends brought us together. And I have 3 wonderful kids who really aren't kids anymore. My oldest is 21, Colin. He just graduated from RIT in Rochester, game design and development major, and working for Epic Games on Fortnite in Raleigh, North Carolina. So living the dream. My middle son, Sean, is going into his sophomore year at the University of Delaware, construction engineering major, and working with a professor on some drone topology something this summer. And then my youngest, my daughter, 17, Shannon, she's going to be going into her senior year of high school and is our star athlete. She plays soccer, basketball, lacrosse, and we call her the mayor because she's just, the world opens up to her. She has a real gift with people. And then there's my 15-year-old rescue dog, Zoe, rounding out the batch.
Zoe.
Exactly. Shout out to Zoe.
Awesome. Now, we want to make sure that we say hi to some friends that brought us together.
Absolutely.
So I want to say a special hello to our friend Lori and Tom Menken from Plymouth Meeting area, Pennsylvania. Good friend of mine, and also your good friend and neighbor, good friends?
Yes, some of our best friends in the world. We've raised our kids together, and Lori is an amazing sounding board for keeping me sane through everything. So to answer your question about how I got started with Mainline Accounting, I think when I started college, I didn't really know what I wanted to be when I grew up. So I took a lot of different courses, and eventually by the time I became a senior, became an accounting major. So I was a little late in the game. And I talked to the dean of the business school who had said that I could be any sort of major within the business school, but he was a CPA and he recommended accounting. And also a life-changing professor, Jerry Doherty, who passed away last year. It was his accounting class that really got me excited about the whole field. So with that late game changer, ended up getting started in the accounting field and ultimately loved dealing with lots of different people and lots of different clients, which I did with public accounting. But I was also controller for about a decade for another firm, and I really enjoyed wearing a lot of different hats in smaller organizations. And really, being a single accountant in a smaller organization is instrumental to the success of that organization. And so that's really, Mainline Accounting was born out of that philosophy.
And how long has Mainline Accounting been in existence since?
For 12 years.
Oh, wonderful.
And it combines that idea of there are small businesses, there are nonprofits and churches that we have as clients. We also have some older individuals. All of them have the same thing, the same need. They need to understand where their income's coming from and where the expenses are, where the money's going, to help them better manage their life if it's an individual, their nonprofit, and making sure they meet their mission, and then their business to make sure that they can continue to provide a really good, valuable product or service.
You're doing excellent work. I was looking at your website and just amazed, and wanted to just mention to our viewers the website. If you got your phone or laptop there, you want to check out mainlineaccounting.com. And as we mentioned, we are here in the studio in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and the Mainline Accounting is in, we would consider like the mainline area of the Philadelphia area, greater Philadelphia area. So definitely check that out. And it says on her website that Mainline Accounting is a CPA firm dedicated to accounting needs of small businesses, not-for-profits, churches, and individuals. Our clients gain more accurate accounting and better financial controls, which sets us apart from our competitors. And that's our mission.
Yeah.
So, and then it goes on to your mission statement, which I thought was amazing too, is that a trusted team of certified public accountants, certified QuickBook providers, and other professionals help manage the financial needs of our clients by providing the highest quality accounting, consulting, and bookkeeping services. So definitely keep that in mind.
Well, and if I could take a minute to highlight the fact that even though we are accounting services, it's our team. So on our website, there's an About Our Team page that people can go to and learn about all the really incredible people that I work with.
Because that's what it's all about, right? I mean, it's all about the people that are helping other people, helping them with their accounting.
And it's our goal to be out with our clients. We don't want to be, we are an outsourced accounting, but we aim to be part of our client's team. So we prefer to be on site when we can. We do primarily service the greater Philadelphia area, but we are international as well.
Good to know.
And can do that from our location. Technology is amazing,
It
right?
really is.
So it allows us to reach out with Skype and WhatsApp and some other things for video conferencing when we need to. And we have all kinds of technology to share screens so people can feel like we're sitting right next to them when maybe we're not.
Terrific. Thanks for sharing. And also, we mentioned that she has another accounting firm. It's in Rwanda. Amazing. And it's called Thousand Hills Accounting Limited. And your website for that, would you know, is that on the Mainline Accounting website? Or?
No, it is up and coming. There is, if they go to thousandhillsaccounting.com, you can see we have listed there our in-country team, but more is going to be coming as we get that business up and running.
Excellent, thank you. So I wondered if you can share for us now, so what is it like you're balancing all of your work with not only Mainline, but the accounting firm in Rwanda, and then now we're going to really talk more about also, especially in the next half, all the different philanthropic work that you're doing. So what's that like for you, just the day-to-day sort of balancing all of it? And
yeah, it's I lead a crazy life. Anybody in my world will tell you. The question I get most often is, when do you sleep? And I do sleep. And my family is the most important thing to me, so they are the priority. A lot of what I did with our culture at Mainline Accounting is that family comes first. So all of our team are balancing work and life obligations.
Amazing.
And so that culture sort of permeates everything that we do. So you keep your priorities straight, and then beyond that, it's really listening for cues and following a path that God lays out for you. The way I can do everything that I do is I've got a great team, right? So I have a great home team. I've got a great team in the office. A shout out to Francis Carter and Megan McEwen, who are rock star managers that help with everyone else. And our clients are just amazing. So we partner with them. So it's collaboration is the only way to make it work. Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that too. I thought we could talk about the first philanthropic area that you work with, which is mentions on the website, is the CFO. You're the CFO for Philadelphia Youth Basketball.
Right.
And I love the website. It's www.youthbasketball.org. So check it out. Tell us about that.
Okay, and I'm so excited about this, especially because yesterday the Philadelphia Foundation announced that we were the top winner in our category for their grant initiative, and we were awarded $200,000.
Were you?
Which is program changing. We're going to be able to partner for our middle school partnership program. We're going to be able to double our impact in the city of Philadelphia, which is going to allow us to serve 200 more middle school boys and girls with academic enrichment and basketball skill development and healthy meals and nutrition information and positive coaching and mentorship. All these things that our theory of change says makes a difference in kids' lives.
I just love it. I was looking at that website and just really astonished at the work that you're doing there. So she's a board member and the CFO. Again, I'll just say it. It is the youthbasketball.org. So we do have to take a little break.
Okay.
So when we come back, we have a lot more to talk about here with Erin Friday of Mainline Accounting. See you in a few.
Shelter dogs aren't broken. They've simply experienced more life. If they were human, we would call them wise. They would be the ones with tales to tell and stories to write, the ones dealt a bad hand who responded with courage. Do not pity a shelter dog. Adopt one.
Say we've got grit, and we'll take it as a compliment. Because it's our uncommon drive, our spark within, that brings us together and sets us apart. We are temple made. And when others take shortcuts, when others take breaks, when others take the easy way, we take charge.
Add us on social media to watch bloopers, behind-the-scenes footage, previews, and more.
I work 13 hours a day, 6 days a week. So when I'm off the clock, I gotta get stuff done. So when I need a snack, I need something healthy, tasty, and easy to eat. Like wonderful pistachios without the shells. They're protein-powered, delicious, and great on the go. And that's perfect for me. Thanks, Liz. A woman without a lot of time.
Whether you're a gourmet cook or just want to eat like one, visit Rostelli Market Fresh, your home for the freshest, locally sourced ingredients to please everyone who loves great food. Our organic meats, quality seafood, and free-range poultry are cut fresh to order. Chefs create culinary-inspired prep foods made fresh every day, which pair nicely with our vast selection of fine wines and spirits. Choose from handmade pastas, artisan cheeses, organic produce, and grocery items, all from the finest purveyors. Rostelli Market Fresh, from our family to yours.
RVNTV is a platform for people of any industry to share their story. Over 285,000 viewers are tuning in to RVNTV shows monthly. We guarantee a great experience that you'll be sharing with everyone you know while increasing your personal and company's brand awareness. But what is your brand? According to Forbes, it's a combination of your logo, your product, your design and feel, and your personality. Did you know that aside from being a guest, we offer even more opportunity to boost your brand? Adding your company logo and website on screen during your interview will allow viewers to recognize your brand instantly. Incorporating images and video clips is another great way to showcase your product during your live segment. Let viewers see how good you really are. And most importantly, there's you and your interview. For less than the cost of a newspaper, direct mail, or a magazine ad, you can leave our studio and within 48 hours have a permanent digital copy of your live segment to link to your social media, embed into your company website, or use in email marketing. Investing in your brand is so very important, and we can't wait to have you as a guest.
Here with Erin Friday. She is a CPO, a CEO, also with Mainline Accounting and Thousand Hills Accounting. I think I said CPO. I meant to say CPA.
Yep,
So
that's fine.
get my letters mixed up here. CPA and CEO. So right before the break, we were talking about one of the areas of philanthropy that she does. It is Philadelphia Youth Basketball.
Yes.
Great group. And it's at youthbasketball.org. So I wondered if you could just expand on that a little bit more.
Sure. I just wanted to add that in addition to the middle school partnership program, that we also have a collegiate summer camp series that each week the kids can attend, get all those same skills at different colleges throughout Philadelphia. So St. Joe's University is one of the sites where they host the kids for the week. And then we also have a girls empowerment program, and we're getting involved in the city of Camden, one of our Philadelphia neighbors. So lots of great things that organization is doing.
I thought we could, instead of going right into all the lists, she has quite a wonderful list of philanthropic work that she's doing. It's amazing. So I thought we could back up, though. You have a real love for Rwanda and helping people in that community. And I think our viewers would probably love to hear how that came about.
Sure. So in 2014, I was introduced to a client the same way that I am through most of our clients, referral basis from their tax provider. And this gentleman wanted to start up a drug development company. He was from Rwanda, so we got started with his accounting work. And ultimately, I ended up taking a position as CFO and helping set up a subsidiary in Rwanda for that company. I was able to hire the scientists and bring them to the U.S. to get them trained here. And from the minute I set my feet on the ground there, and I was connected to a girls' school who actually has become a client of Mainline Accounting as well. Everything seems very connected. My next door neighbor was the women's volleyball coach at the University of Penn. So another shout out to Lori Menken, one of our friends. Our neighborhood's amazing. Yeah. And she connected me with this girls' school that I went to on my first day in Rwanda. And these girls are the top girls in the country. They attend Gashora Girls Academy of Science and Technology. And I've hired 2 of their graduates for Thousand Hills Accounting.
Have you?
5 of their graduates are currently at the University of Pennsylvania as well as through other universities in the United States and Canada and all over the world. But when you get there and you realize that this world that you've only heard about, people are just like us. They're just like us. They have the same concerns and heartbreaks and things they celebrate, and love of their family and love of God. And you realize that that we're all the same. And if there's something that I can do with the skills that I've been blessed with to help others, this was the calling card for me, that this is where I was called to be. And
you certainly have. I mean, you have to check out that. Like I said, go to mainlineaccounting.com and you will see all the different links there to all these wonderful efforts that she's doing. So I wanted to just go through, if we could, go through the different list of groups that you're helping.
Okay.
So the first one I have here is the shootingtouch.com.
All right.
Shootingtouch.com. So it's using the power of sport to educate and empower at-risk youth, women, and their communities to healthier lives. If you could tell us more about that.
Absolutely, and I think you'll see a common theme with the basketball and the kids, and that's because I think the kids are our future, and these organizations like Philadelphia Youth Basketball and Shooting Touch use kids' love of basketball and a sport to help teach them life skills and other things that they're really going to need to be successful, that's going to provide them with opportunities on and off the court. I got involved through Shooting Touch through Bill and Joyce Cummings, the Cummings Foundation. That is an organization that they supported. Shooting Touch works in Boston, which is where Bill and Joyce are, as well as in Rwanda. And it's just a great way of bringing, initially they had kids that were playing basketball, and moms were walking the kids there, both boys and girls, for hours. They would walk to come to these basketball courts, and the women were waiting, and finally someone had the brilliant idea in the program to involve the women. There are 100 women in this basketball league.
Is that right?
There was this one 68-year-old woman in her bare feet and her long dress. She is an incredible shooter. And she'll just, even when the boys are playing or the girls are playing and then they clear the court, she'll get on there and she'll practice shooting basketball. And they're learning great skills about hygiene, so they're reducing a lot of illnesses in the communities in which they're operating. They're getting their kids vaccinated. They're getting talks about gender-based violence and other things that are making a difference in these communities. So it's exciting to be a part of it, and every once in a while I go over there and I'll help coach a little bit. And One of the projects that I'm proudest of the most was an eye screening project.
Okay.
And if I'm trying to think how I can make this a very quick story, I call it Valentine's Story. We screened 326 kids for eye needs. And one of the girls, Valentine, 12 years old, she was blind.
Oh.
And there was another Belgian doctor doing great work in Rwanda who was a friend of mine, and I ran the information about the kids by him, and he said, if you can get her to my hospital in this past March, I have the top cornea specialist coming from Belgium to visit for a week or two, and we'll take a look and see.
I was at work.
Yes. The Shooting Touch was able to pay for her and her mother to go to the hospital, which is the Rwanda Charity Eye Hospital. And Dr. Pete Noah and Professor Fouetz, they did the exam, they got a U.S. cornea transplant, and Valentine can see now. She's back in school. She hadn't been in school for 2
what a
years.
miracle.
And I was like, that's a biblical miracle right
It
there.
really is.
And when I was thanking them in my email, and Chloe from Shooting Touch, Chloe Rothman too, I was like, we got to participate in a miracle. And I said, when does that get to happen? And then I realized that I was talking to 2 doctors who participate in miracles all the time. Like, that's their life calling. I was like, okay, you guys get to do that all the time. But for us, that was just life-changing to know. And I think when you opened the show, you said about the ripple effect of all the good things that people's lives and that whole community, seeing that miracle for her will just change lives.
Really appreciate you sharing that with our viewers. So I wondered also, now you mentioned the Gashua Girls Academy of Science and Technology. They have a website. It's www, now I hope I get this right, is it ggast.org?
Yeah, G-G-A-S-T.
ggast.org. So if you want to learn about that, and it is an upper secondary boarding school for girls in Rwanda. Right? So if there's anything else that you wanted to tell our viewers about that.
Well, and honestly, there were 2 women from Seattle, Washington, who ended up going to Rwanda, and I think were transformed in the same way that I was, and sort of said, how can we help here? And so they are the funding to help Gashora really train these amazing, the girls are just amazing.
So that's another Rwanda effort that you're doing.
Yes.
Thank you. Now there's another one called, I want to make sure that you help me with these pronunciations, that they're correct. Is it Aganzo Shalom?
Agahozo Shalom Youth Village.
Okay, she'll say it, not me.
Agahozo Shalom Youth Village.
Okay, and then the website is www, get your phone out, asyv.org. asyv.org. Check it out. It's for orphaned and vulnerable Rwandan youth to build lives of dignity. Hey, nothing better than that.
Well,
building lives of dignity.
And the founder, Ann Heyman, again, I was fortunate enough to get introduced to ASYV through Bill and Joyce Cummings as well, who are very supportive of that organization. And it was originally founded by Ann Heyman to replicate what was being done in Germany after the Holocaust for all the orphans of the Holocaust. The genocide, it's the 25th anniversary of the genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda. And so this school was originally opened for these orphan children. And it's family-like communities. The kids have a mama in houses of 10 kids. And they work together, learning and working together, and it's just life-changing for so many of the people. And then once the orphans of the genocide have since graduated, it continued its mission with the at-risk youth in Rwanda, and really transformative.
You were talking about miracles in the other story. I mean, I'm hearing that God is working a miracle through her life and all the good things she's doing. So appreciative.
I'm a connector.
You
I connect
are.
the
The Cummings Foundation is giving back to greater Boston areas where growing business operated and where its staff and clients lived. Now, I just took that from the website. So it's the CummingsFoundation.org. That's another outreach that you're doing in Boston.
In Boston.
Tell us about that.
So when I was working for the one company that took me to Rwanda, we also opened up some lab space up in Woburn, Massachusetts, and that's how I was introduced to the team at Cummings Properties, specifically Bill Cummings and his wife Joyce. And Bill wrote his autobiography. He's a pull himself up by the bootstraps, self-made person, and very philanthropic. and gives back to so many organizations and does so much wonderful work, both in Boston as well as in Rwanda, and has just been an inspiration to me.
I love to read that too. Now there's Immaculée.com, building a school in Rwanda with Immaculée. Now I don't think I'm going to get this one right. Is it?
Ilibagiza.
Let her say it again.
And I'm not even positive.
Ilibagiza.
Immaculée Ilibagiza.
And it's www.immaculée, there's 2 E's.com. So I want to make sure our viewers check these things out.
And her name is French. Rwanda was originally a Belgian colony, so it was Immaculée. But yes,
Okay.
the accent isn't there on the website, so it looks like Immaculée.com.
Right.
So she is another amazing person. She wrote her experience, Left to Tell was her book.
I think I heard of that one.
Yep,
Yeah.
and it was Villanova did this one book initiative a few years back where they had everybody read that on campus, and I didn't know about it.
To Tell, I remember
Yes.
this now, it's coming back to me.
And it was her experience 100 days during the 100-day genocide where she lived in a pastor's bathroom with 7
That's
other
right.
women, 3 feet by 4 feet, and miraculous, taught herself English, reading the Bible. They had the Bible, and Visions of the Blessed Mother, and
Yes.
she's written 2 other books about her experience. She leads retreats all over the world, to Medjugorje in Yugoslavia, as well as Our Blessed Mother appeared in Kibeho, Rwanda, and Lourdes and Fatima and,
Thank you
and
for
other
mentioning
places.
all this. I'm a person of faith, so
Yeah,
it's
and
great to hear.
that is the constant theme that runs through everything that I'm involved in.
I see that.
Yeah.
I see that. Thank you so much. So I just wondered if there was anything else, that you would want to share with our viewers, maybe about the outreach. I mean, is there specific, of all of these wonderful efforts that you're doing, is there something particular that you would want people to maybe put as a priority to trying to reach out to?
Yeah. So I guess there are 2 things. The first would be how important education is. That's a common theme to a lot of what I'm doing, and even just being on the show to help educate your viewers as well. People, you can lose your health for any number of reasons. People can take away your money, you can lose your job. They can't take away your education and your skills,
Amen.
which not only give you opportunities, but also education is the key for tolerance and understanding and connecting people and really understanding that we're all the same. That comes from a strong and good education. And then it's important, I think, for whatever you do and however you give your skills back to the world in service to others. Well, that service to others is a life well lived. But also in order to be sustainable and impactful, and this is why I led with a business in Rwanda and not a nonprofit, and that is, you can give money to a cause, but at the end of the day, if the money goes away, you still want what you're doing to be sustainable and impactful. And as a business owner, I believe that giving people jobs and giving them training, even if your initial company doesn't make it, because a lot of companies fail, hope mine doesn't, but I have still given people jobs and given training that they can go on and use at other companies and in other opportunities, and hopefully train them to also want to give back.
Thank you. Erin, I want to thank you for being a guest on the positive side on RVNTV. I have to have her back again. She's awesome.
you.
Not going to mess it up this time. She is a CEO and a CPA from Mainline Accounting, mainlineaccounting.com. So we will see you next time here on the positive side. Have a great day.
Thank you.